Saregama Karwa 2.0.
Hi, this is Utkarsh Patel, and I'll be taking you through a journey of mythology. Mythology has a number of love stories, and some of the best love stories are stories which don't have fulfillment. They are tragic love stories. Today we'll talk about one such love story which is from Greece. It's a Greek love story, and in its typical form, it has a sad ending. There are a number of stories that I have always gone through, but I find this very interesting. It's the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. There are different versions of this particular story, but let us go through this particular version, which is considered to be one of the most common ones. Orpheus. Orpheus was a young man who was extremely talented in music. He possessed a divine gift of a lovely voice and had mastered the art of playing the lyre at a very young age. It is said that his mother was one of the muses, Muse Calliope. When he sang and played the music, all would stand still to listen to him, be it man or beasts. It is said that even trees would uproot themselves to come closer to listen to his music. The rivers would change course and the breeze would blow through the music, taking the lovely strains of his music far and wide. Apart from his musical talent, Orpheus had an adventurous side to him. But we won't touch upon that because our focus is romance today. During one such musical rendition, Orpheus noticed a shy wood nymph, Eurydice, and he couldn't help but fall in love with her. It was love at first sight for both of them, and nothing could stop them. Soon they were married, and after the day-long celebrations, it was time to leave the two newlyweds alone. But that's not what happens in love. In the shadows was Aristeus, a shepherd who secretly loved Eurydice and could not bear the sight of Orpheus and Eurydice holding hands and happily married. He was jealous. He hid in the bushes, intending to kill Orpheus when they were passing by. As soon as they came close, he pounced on Orpheus, but Orpheus, sensing danger, caught the hand of Eurydice and ran from there. This resulted in a chase, both Orpheus and Eurydice running away from danger that they knew not, and Aristeus pursuing the death of Orpheus. In the wild chase, both Orpheus and Eurydice stumbled on something, and before anybody could even realize what had happened, Orpheus saw Eurydice being separated from him. In her flight, Eurydice had actually stepped on a deadly snake that bit her, and soon the poison enveloped her and Eurydice was dead. Seeing this, Aristeus fled from there, leaving the inconsolable Orpheus alone with the dead Eurydice. Orpheus could not come to terms with the separation, and soon the lovely music turned soulful. But Orpheus was not going to give up. He decided to follow his love to the underworld. The gates of the underworld were opened for Orpheus, where he sang and played such soulful music that Hades, the god of underworld, and Persephone, his queen, were moved to tears. So moved was Hades with the sad music of Orpheus that he promised Orpheus to allow him to take Eurydice back with him to the upper world. However, while he could take the soul of Eurydice, he should not look back. He should see her only when the soul had crossed the darkness of the underworld and emerged in the light of the upper world. If he did try to see her in the darkness, the soul would leave him forever, and no power, including that of Hades, could unite them ever. Orpheus was thrilled, and soon he could feel the presence of Eurydice, and he started his journey from the underworld. He could hear her footsteps, and his joy knew no bounds, and he wanted to look back and hug her, but was reminded of Hades' condition. As soon as he reached the gates of the underworld and could see the rays of the sun, he could not hold back and turned around. Alas, Eurydice had not emerged out of the dark shadows of the underworld, and all Orpheus caught was a glimpse of her sad face, and soon she was gone. The gates closed on Orpheus, and this time he could not cross the gates of the underworld. The lovers were separated forever. Orpheus never managed to sing songs of joy and soon started staying away from people, and he became a recluse. He started staying away from all women as every woman reminded him of his love. The Maenads were the attendants of Dionysus, the god of wine and passion, and they longed for Orpheus. Soon the scorn and neglect got the worse of them, and once in a fit of rage, they pounced on him and killed him in rage. Some versions say that he kind of played such sad music calling for death that all the animals who heard him killed him, weeping all through the act of killing him. Let's get back to the Maenads. The Maenads threw his body in the river, and it is said that his head and his lyre floated down to the island of Lisvos, where the muse gave him a decent burial. People in the island believed that music could be heard from his grave, where after death, Orpheus and Eurydice were supposed to have united in the underworld, thus ending the saga of love, separation, and torment. I hope you found these stories interesting. I will be talking about many such stories: love stories, origin of words, origin of festivals, origin of fruits and flowers, and of course love stories and many other stories. So keep tuning in, keep coming back for more stories. Thank you.
तेरे बिना जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी भी लेकिन जिंदगी तो नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी से शिकवा तो नहीं। काश ऐसा हो तेरे कदमों से चुन के मंजिल चले, और कहीं दूर कहीं। काश ऐसा हो तेरे कदमों से चुन के मंजिल चले, और कहीं दूर कहीं। तुम घर साथ हो मंजिलों की कमी तो नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। जी में आता है तेरे दामन में सर झुका के हम रोते रहे, रोते रहे। जी में आता है तेरे दामन में सर झुका के हम रोते रहे, रोते रहे। जिंदगी से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी भी लेकिन जिंदगी तो नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं, जिंदगी नहीं। तेरे बिना जिंदगी से शिकवा तो नहीं। से कोई शिकवा तो नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं, शिकवा नहीं।